Let's now talk about teachers and second language motivation. Teachers play an important role in motivating their students, and their own motivation may have an important impact on students' motivation. Unfortunately, there have been lesser focus on teachers' motivation in the research on second language motivation, and we can find that we have little material on this topic. But the material available to us informs us clearly that teachers' own enthusiasm and commitment to the profession do help their students, do motivate their students in learning something, especially second language, and it makes their students' learning tasks easier. We can see in a recent research by Martin that there is a bi-directional relationship between teacher and student motivation. If a teacher is motivated, the students may also be motivated by looking into their teacher's enthusiasm. And if students are motivated, they make good students do make their teachers motivated as well. So there is a two-way process and two-way relationship between student and teacher motivation. There are certain characteristics of teacher motivation. Teacher motivation can be understood in the light of various popular motivation theories. For example, expectancy value theory, which is based on our expectations, teachers' expectations of their own future and their students' future success. It may also be seen in light of goal theory or goal setting theory, goal orientation, or self-determination theory. Some important characteristics of teacher motivation involve that it is entirely an intrinsic matter. Our teacher's motivation may more be an internal matter as compared to an external matter. I'll explain this in a while. Another important factor of teacher motivation is that it is based on so many contextual factors as well. It is not only that if you are motivated internally, that is enough. There would be certain contextual or external factors which might influence your motivation. For example, we have temporal access. The opportunities for teachers on promotion in career and the possibilities and the structures of their career are very important. If they have a smooth career, they would be more motivated in the profession. If they have a rough career or they are not sure about their possibilities of career promotion, they might not be that motivated. It's always fragile. Teachers could be demotivated. Some studies show us that because of certain external factors, they may be demotivated very easily. So, researchers and policymakers, especially those interested in educational progress, they must look into teachers' own psychological factors as well, their motivation to deliver something. Let's now talk about the intrinsic component of teacher motivation. This is the most important, as I mentioned earlier, and it is associated with the internal desire to educate people. Teaching has always been related to a teacher's desire to educate the people around them and to impart knowledge and values. It's not about earning only. It has to be related to the service of community. If you consider teaching as a profession only for your bread and butter, probably your priorities are misplaced according to many experts in the field of teacher motivation and teacher training. They say that a teacher should also be intrinsically motivated with a desire to serve the community, to educate people through knowledge and values. And there may be certain intrinsic rewards related to this. For example, the educational process itself, our own desire to improve our students' performance by imparting them knowledge and values, by giving them certain course of action and bringing a change into their attitude towards learning could be a good intrinsic reward for the teachers. The subject matter itself, because our interest in subject matter enhances our own personality as well as our professional skills. Sense of efficacy, and that is a kind of responsibility as well. The belief in their ability, teachers' own ability, may have a positive effect on students' learning. And this has two aspects. One is teaching efficacy. If they really have a faith in their teaching and teaching skills, that they can deliver positive things, they can make their students learn good things, and they can motivate their students to learn even in the face of various obstacles. For example, unfriendly family environment. This could be very important. If they have such a sense of teaching efficacy, students would definitely get benefit from it. The other one is personal efficacy. If they have a strong faith in their own personal appraisal and effectiveness to perform certain tasks. But if teachers are not confident of themselves, they won't be able to perform better. So teachers should develop a sense of teaching and personal efficacy in order to motivate themselves and their students. In this regard, I'll just mention few quotes here from some teachers which participated in various studies. If it is not fun for you, you really should get out of it, because it is not financially rewarding. Teacher throughout the world may not be that financially rewarding as compared to other professions like law or medicine. It may not be that rewarding. So what triggers people to become a teacher is their desire to serve community, and you should enjoy such contribution to the society. You should not be bogged down all the time by financial constraints. If you really want to become a teacher, you should also think about such things as well. Another important quote is, a 1000% plus of the job is that it is your class. It really is your class, right? I mean, you should feel like that this is your class. You should own your class. If you own your class, you will put in more energy, effort. You will be more motivated to deliver, as we do with our family. We consider our family our own self, and we participate in the success of our family with more sincerity. Similarly, if we consider our class as our family or our own class, we can be more motivated to contribute to the success of our students, and by following that, our students may be more motivated. To sum up, we can say that a good motivated teacher might be a benefit for the students. So policymakers should focus both on teacher as well as student motivation.